Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. Okay Taurus, this is your Fairy Oracle reading for January going into February 2021. I've done a pre-shuffle of the Fairy Oracle cards, so I'll just do a final shuffle for you. Just bearing in mind it is a general reading, Taurus, so it will perhaps resonate with some more than others. But it's still your energy, but it all depends on your birth chart, and also the energies do focus in on specific situations that need to be focused in on at times. So but let's see where we're going with this. And all right Taurus, so we have a current situation and your energy here, a challenge to that, what's in your power ×2, and a possible outcome, as long as any guidance in the reading is under consideration, and then something else that the universe and the earth energies would like to tell you at this time, which may or may not be connected to the rest of the reading. All right, so at the bottom of the deck we have She the Retriever, and She the Retriever, you can see, is holding a ball close to her throat chakra there. But this is about something you thought you'd lost and was gone forever, can be retrieved, it can be pulled back. So let's see where we're going. I'm going to clarify the cards shortly, but I think first of all I just want to have a quick look at what's on the table. Right, so the first card out is Honesty. So this can be about being honest with yourself for some of you. Perhaps looking at a situation and looking at it with open eyes, really, and you know, looking at it for what it is. It could be that somebody around you needs to be honest now, but we'll get to clarify for this in a moment. So the challenge here is the Fairy Godmother, and the Fairy Godmother is she gives unconditionally. She gives a lot of herself. She brings forward wish fulfillment and blessings to a situation. But this is in the challenge position, so I feel that this is a message for you, well, for some of you Taurus, that if you've been giving a lot of yourself, it can deplete your energy. So the Fairy Godmother does always hold a little bit of something back. She's got a quartz crystal sphere that she's holding back, and that's what she draws her energy from. So you always have to give something back to yourself if you have to give a lot in your situation. You find yourself having to give a lot of yourself, but it is important to hold something. But this is a bit of a challenge for you at this time, and it could be that this is where the truth, the honesty, so you know, being honest with yourself about overgiving, if you like, that's depleting your energies at this time in some form of a situation. Okay. So what's in your power? Well, we have the legume, and this is another unconditional giving energy. So the legume gives unconditionally, not expecting anything back. Sometimes it can mean unconditional receiving as well, being open to receive. So it can mean that as well, or a combination of the energies. So we'll get more information when we clarify that card. So we've had two giving cards here and an honesty card. So let's see. So what else is in your power? Well, we have Neris the Alchemist, and this is about internal transformation. Being mindful of what's gone, of the past, but now things are changing. It's an alchemy situation. So, you know, so there's a change happening, a transformation happening within some of you Taurus, or within a situation, and a very, very keen focus on going forward now, manifesting a different reality going forward. But let's see, we will clarify. So a possible outcome, we have the singer of intuition. The singer of intuition, this is about tapping into your intuition, opening your third eye up. You know, what is your instinct trying to tell you here? So drawing on, tapping into universal and earth energies, particularly universal energies here, I feel. You know, what is it that the universal energies are trying to tell you here? So we'll get a clarifier for it. So now this is something else the universe wants, and the earth energies wants to say to you, Taurus. This is Luathos the Wild. And the Luathos the Wild brings forward a do it now energy. Very fast urge. It's urging you to do something without thinking. Take a leap of faith. Do it now. That's the energy. But when you've got this energy, I mean, sometimes in some situations it may be absolutely fine and the right thing to do to not think too much about it and just to take that leap of faith, or to respond or act swiftly. So some situations will call for that. But other situations, when you've got this urge to act quickly on something, you know, it's take a step back, take time, think it through before making a decision or acting. Okay, so let's see where we're going. So I'm going to put Lise the Retriever down, all right, because she's an energy that came out. Something that you thought was gone and lost is not. You can retrieve something, perhaps pull a situation back. So let's see. So I'll just do a final shuffle now. Could we have clarification for the cards on the table, please? Would you clarify the cards on the table, please? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, again, here we have Oi That Gnome. And Oi That Gnome brings chaos into a situation, which is perhaps why we've had to be mindful of Luathos the Wild not reacting too quickly to something. So a chaotic energy, but he comes forward to say the message of this card is within chaos can be found opportunities. So when things are churned up, there is an opportunity to be found. Perhaps something needed change. Perhaps something needed to be churned up for things not to carry on going the way they were going. And so to look for the opportunity within whatever this chaotic situation is. So I'm just going to put that down. And let's have a look now. So at the heart of your reading, we had the Honesty card. And this is the Singer of Initiation. Okay, so this is almost like the apprenticeship card, the apprentice card. So the processes that we have to go through to learn, to get a better understanding about something. So with an apprenticeship, there's a lot of learning, there's mistakes to be made, and that's what you learn from those mistakes. And gradually get better and better. Sometimes take a step back before going forward, but then qualifying and going forward as a professional and not looking back really. So there's something here about initiation, some form of an initiation that you or somebody around you is going through. Somebody's having to learn. Could be you could be learning from challenges. So the process that somebody is going through, they need to go through to learn, to jump through the hoops for going forward. And it's an initiation process into something. And that's a clarify for the honesty card. So this is either for yourself looking at a situation and being honest with yourself, Taurus, about this initiation process that you may be going through now, and looking at it through, you know, taking off any blinkers that you may have, and looking at it honestly. You know, where are the challenges? Which way do you need to go for things to get better? If this is not yourself, then this is talking about somebody around you who needs to go through these challenging situations, who is going through an initiation process, and perhaps needs to be allowed to do that. Okay, so in the challenge position we had the fairy godmother, which was about unconditional giving and wish fulfillment, if you like. Now, the clarifier is the bodacious bodak. The bodacious bodak is the meddler, is a meddler energy, although he wouldn't class himself as a meddler. He thinks he's helping. So, basically, if anything has been left undone, if anything's been left half done, then he will come in and finish it off. But it won't be finished off in the way you want it to be finished off. Alright, so something needs completing, something needs dealing with, seeing to, so you can do it in the way you want it doing. But this is that's a challenge. This is a challenge, and that's why the bodacious bodak has come forward. Something is being done and completed, and it's not in a way that you would like it to be done. And it's linked to the fairy godmother, the bringing in of unconditional love, an offer, a blessing of some sort. But it needs dealing with. But these are the challenges for you, for some of you at this time, Taurus. So in your power, we have the lagoon, which again is about unconditional giving and possibly being open to receiving. And we have the collection of pixies. So this is about, the collection of pixies about mundane chores, everyday chores that need to be done. Things that feel quite burdensome, really, these responsibilities. But the collection of pixies comes forward to say that these things have to be done. We have to deal with them. And that's perhaps why the bodacious Boda is in such a challenging position for you. You know, so lift your energies. They've got to be done. So it's about doing them joyfully. Dance around the room, sing, put music on while you do these chores. So it's that sort of a message. While you're giving and unconditionally, whatever it is you're doing, it'll be something different for all of you. Try and make it more fun. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Bring the fun element into whatever it is. So what else is in your power? Well, we have this Neris the Alchemist, which is a great transformation happening, an inner transformation. And Epona's wild daughter, who she's looking to the past. She's bringing wisdom to a situation. But there's some form of trauma or difficulty from the past that's stopping some of you from going forward, that's holding you back, that needs looking at and needs addressing. Whilst there's a transformation happening, and in a transformation happening, and you are looking to the future now, making plans, but there's something that needs dealing with first of all from the past, that's going to be holding you back if it's not looked at for some of you. So in the outcome position, so we had the singer of intuition, so you tapping into your instincts and your intuition, because we've got the maiden, and the she brings forward something new beginning. This is a new beginning. The maiden, you see, it's a child. And children, as young as this, infant children are vulnerable. So something in its early stages needs a lot of care and attention and nurturing. And so the very young energy that needs nurturing, because it's quite vulnerable in this early stage, whatever it is, whether it's referring to a young person or referring to a new idea or a new project. But in its early stages, they need lots of input, don't they? And it's using your intuition about this. You know, what is your intuition telling you about this situation? Okay. And then the final thing that the energies want to say to you is we had Luathos the Wild, which is the urge to do something quickly or react quickly. And She of the Crowash, which is the feminine principle. So the feminine principle is very similar to the Empress energy in ordinary tarot. So this is about nurturing, taking care of, a very loving energy, very open, caring energy, looking after. So that makes sense with the maiden coming out in the outcome. So nurturing, caring, offering, giving a lot of yourself. And of course, we had the fairy godmother also, which is about unconditional love, unconditional giving. And of course, Lagoon, which is about unconditional giving also. So we've got quite a few of those energies, very feminine, nurturing energies that have come forward here. But I think because of she as a clarifier for Luathos the Wild, it could be because of your nurturing, empathetic, caring, compassionate energies, you may be tempted to react or respond in a certain way very quickly. And really it's about, taking a step back. Don't jump in too quickly. Because that would be your nature to do that, particularly if it's in connection with a maiden energy. Alright, so the energies want to say to you, don't jump in too quickly. Don't react and respond too quickly in this situation. And, be honest with yourself about this. Because there's an initiation process going on either for yourself or for somebody around you. It is a bit of a chaotic situation, but there is opportunities coming through for you and for those around you within this situation. And underneath that card we had the Master Maker, which is about being better than what you ever thought you could be, developing a skill, honing a skill, but growing into a larger skin than you thought you had. It's that sort of energy. And underneath that card we had the Singer of Transfiguration, which is about the phoenix rising up from the ashes. Alright, change, lot of change happening. And that's certainly the message from Neris the Alchemist. This is permanent internal transformation and change happening. But remember, there's something needs dealing with that may hold you back from going forward. So it's just looking at something from the past, perhaps. All right, I'm going to ask for two more. Could we have two more messages, please, for Taurus to round this reading up? Two more messages, please, for Taurus. And make it clear, please. Make it clear. we have lotus flower, so unfoldment. So something's unfolding, something's evolving, opening up, developing. So the lotus flower opens up when the environment is right. So daytime, you know, the lotus flower closes at night, but then opens up again when the sun is shining. So something, you know, given the right conditions and the right environment, there's going to be a blossoming, a real blossoming. And sometimes it's about digging deep. So, you know, the lotus flower, you know, it's got deep, deep, deep roots that have to go down, dig deep to get to the nutrients. So sometimes it's about digging deep to get what it is you need, to find what it is that is going to feed you. But this is certainly about opening up and unfoldment, blossoming. So something unfolds, something opening up. And yes, so a very similar energy, the dragonfly. This is emergence. So something emerging. So with the dragonfly, the dragonfly grub lives underwater, attached to the stalks of the water plants for about 3 years, but then climbs up into the air and transforms into the dragonfly, the beautiful dragonfly. So emerges. So there's an emergence happening. So that links in with Neris the alchemist, which is about internal change. And that's what happens with the dragonfly, the grub. There's an internal change happens. And then they're able to come up out of the water and become the dragonfly. So there's definitely change here, change that's happening. So there's an emergence from something. There's real change. It's going to be beautiful. The lotus flower, unfoldment, a blossoming. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. I hope you've enjoyed the reading and it's giving you a little bit of clarification to do with your situation. But thank you for joining me and good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.